Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. Today, guys, we're talking about Spidey issue number 1. That's right, guys. Now, this was the Spider-Man tale that was promised that would bring back the classic character that we all know and love. So does that comic stay true? Well, we'll find out in a little bit. This book is written by Robbie Thompson, and the art is done by Nick Bradshaw. I really love the artwork and the colors in this book. The colors was done by Jim Campbell. Really awesome opening page here as you get to see Spider-Man going through the cityscapes, web swinging, and it's just so awesome. You get to see some cool battle here between Rabbit. There was a lot of detail in the webbing, which I really enjoyed, and just all the colors and everything that happened in this book was great. Facial expressions were really nice, and the all-famous Gwen Stacy makes an appearance in this book as well, and she's drawn beautifully. So the artwork was absolutely gorgeous, so I really enjoyed it here. So what was this story about, and will I be continuing to read Spidey? Well, basically, what Spider-Man book isn't complete without Spider-Man's origin, right? But I felt that this is necessary because, yes, this is an all-ages book. So if you are sitting down and reading Spider-Man for the first time, well, this is it, because right here it tells you again the little origin tale of Spider-Man, how he gets bit by the radioactive spider, how he uses his powers irresponsibly, and how his Uncle Ben passed away. Now, they did it the short version, and it was a good way to do it. They wrap it all up in one page. And what happens now is that the story moves forward, and it basically sets young Peter Parker into when he's just starting out to become Spider-Man, that hero for the first time. And the narration is great in the beginning of this book because when he tells his story, he sits there and he goes, "And I have become the Amazing Spider-Man." Well, wait a second. That's just too much. Maybe, how about Spectacular Spider-Man? And he's like, well, no, that's still too much. Well, maybe just Spider-Man? Just going down all the names of his titles that have come out throughout the years. And he goes, well, how about Spidey? And he goes, I think that's the one. So really great narration there. And so the book does a great job of Spider-Man just interacting in the city and doing what he does. He captures White Rabbit in this book. You get to see him go to school. He interacts with his professor, and his professor is saying that he's struggling with history. And Peter finds it very boring because he loves math and science. And in the issue, he's assigned a tutor. And that tutor is Gwen, and he's kind of shocked at that. He's like, Gwen? He's like, whoa, where's Gwen? And the next thing you find out is Gwen is no pushover in this school. You wind up seeing Flash Thompson bullying Peter Parker. What happens? Well, Gwen just jacks Flash in the face, and you're just like, damn, Gwen's got balls in this, you know? It's like not the little old pushover Gwen Stacy that we all know in the past. And I thought that was really cool. And so they go on a field trip to Oscorp, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose as you get to see maybe it's like the second time Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man actually fight. And you get to see him trying to take over Oscorp in here, and they're sitting there bantering at each other. And what classic Spider-Man book doesn't sit there and have Dr. Octopus saying, "You're an adult, you're a simpleton, the die is cast," and that's the dialogue that goes on with Dr. Octopus in here. And it's cool. You get to see Spidey create this Spider-Man shield, or Spidey shield, and in the end, Dr. Octopus just kind of takes off. Spider-Man saves the day. He kind of saves Gwen in there. And then you get to see Peter Parker meet Norman Osborn at the end of this book as well. And what happens is we find out that he's already has the Goblin Serum within his system, and it's influencing him because when he looks at a reflection of himself in the desk, he sees the Green Goblin. So this very much does have that classic feel in it, which was great in its own way because it is kind of cool to read classic Spidey and kind of going back in time. Now, Is this for older readers? Is this for younger readers? I would say if you're a hardcore Spider-Man fan and you love reading Spider-Man books and you want to see where this one goes, I say keep reading it. If you don't want to see a light comic, if you want to see more darkness and things like that, just read the regular Spider-Man series where it's more adult-oriented and things like that. But I think that if you're a classic fan, I say stick with it. And then if you have kids and this really helps you, want to sit down and not worry about the major violence, you can sit down with your kids at the end of the day and read to them a cool Spidey #1 comic, and they'll get to know the character, and hopefully they'll fall in love with it as much as you have. So that's where I can give my recommendation for this. Didn't blow my socks out of the water. Wasn't the best Spider-Man tale I ever read, but it's just a cool book and fun book to read. So I'm going to give this one a 3.75. I will be reading issue #2 because I love reading Spider-Man. And guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of this issue. Did you like it? Did you dislike it? And are you going to be continuing it to read it? So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. Till the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Take care, guys. Bye.